NYIT is a community service of the New York Institute of Technology.
Covering the news of Nassau and Suffolk County's Long Island News Tonight with Ken Eckhart, Carol Peck, and the award-winning LI News team.
Good evening. I'm Ken Eckhart, and here's what's happening. A Long Island man has been charged with attempted murder after police say he tried to strangle a woman in Baldwin. It happened last night at a location on Dahlia Avenue. Detectives say 41-year-old David Knutson repeatedly punched the 32-year-old female victim in the head and face, and then placed a garbage bag over her head and began to choke her. She managed to break free and escape to an upstairs apartment where police were called. Knutson was arrested on multiple charges, including attempted murder, possession of a weapon, and resisting arrest. The victim reportedly suffered serious injuries and was taken to a local hospital. A Long Island mother has pleaded guilty to torturing and killing dozens of cats and dogs in front of her children. The Suffolk County District Attorney says 44-year-old Sharon McDonough of Selden repeatedly terrified her 6 daughters by torturing and killing the animals in their presence. She pleaded guilty today to a 13-count indictment, including aggravated cruelty and child endangerment charges. McDonough reportedly will be sentenced to 2 years in jail. She's already been in prison since December of 2009. The Nassau County Police Arson Bomb Squad is investigating an early morning fire today at a Long Island church. Police say an associate pastor of the Holy Family Church on Fordham Avenue in Hicksville discovered a parishioner on fire in the church a little before 6:30 this morning. The pastor reportedly used a fire extinguisher to douse the flames. The victim is described as an 89-year-old man. He was taken to the Nassau University Medical Center, where he was admitted to the burn unit for treatment of burns on approximately 60% of his body. Police say it appears the cause of the injury was accidental. A Long Island robbery victim was listed in stable condition today after police say he was shot multiple times during an assault in North Woodmere. Police say the assailants pulled up in a car alongside the victim last night on Flanders Drive and asked for his property. One of the suspects then reportedly shot the victim several times. The victim was taken to a nearby hospital by police helicopter, where he was listed in stable condition. The assailants reportedly fled with nothing. A Suffolk County woman has been charged with forging a driver's license to illegally withdraw thousands of dollars from another woman's savings account. Police say 26-year-old Achella Brown of the Bronx withdrew approximately $6,000 from the victim's HSBC bank savings account in Manhasset back in December. Brown reportedly used a forged California driver's license and a forged withdrawal slip to complete the transaction. Brown was arrested in Suffolk County yesterday morning. She's been charged with grand larceny, possession of a forged instrument, and identity theft. A Long Island man has been charged with assaulting a police officer while trying to evade arrest for theft of car parts. Police say an officer spotted 39-year-old Jamie Garcia stopped on the shoulder of Searingtown Road in Old Westbury with his emergency flashers on early Friday morning. When the officer approached the car, he says Garcia sped off, but ran into a pole a short distance away, then fought with the officer when he tried to stop him, at one point hitting the officer with a baseball bat found in one of the backyards that he was running through. Tires and rims from a BMW were reportedly found in Garcia's car, and later Friday the items were called in as reported stolen. A DWI and leaving the scene of an accident are just 2 of the charges facing a Hicksville man after police pursuit Sunday night that ended in Seaford. Police say 52-year-old Alexander Doroshenko was spotted driving erratically along New Bridge Road in Belmore about 9:30 Sunday night. Officers say Doroshenko then hit another vehicle without stopping. That driver suffered minor injuries. Doroshenko's vehicle was eventually located behind an address on Merrick Road in Seaford. Well, it isn't every school district that can claim a Super Bowl hero among its graduates, but Uniondale can. And the Green Bay Packers Super Bowl champ recently came back to the district to say hello, as Elizabeth Zumba reports.
It was just 4 years ago when Green Bay Packers tight end Andrew Quarles graduated from Long Island's Uniondale High School. Now he's a Super Bowl champion, and he came back to Uniondale to tell students that if you have a dream, that dream can come true.
I mean, this makes it even better. Just to first go to my high school and now to come to my elementary school, I'm kind of in awe still, to see the amount of kids, that I really touched, and it's really, I'm really blessed and so thankful.
After hearing him speak, I think to do what he says and complete your dreams by setting goals.
After graduating from Uniondale High School in 2006, Quarles went on to Penn State, then began playing for Green Bay last year. Students say it was quite a thrill to be able to meet a Super Bowl champion in person.
Very interesting to see a famous football star coming out of nowhere when it was very unexpected.
And this girl told us getting to meet a former student who's made it big gives her encouragement that something big could happen for her too.
Someone that made it that far, graduated from Uniondale, you get to see what you can be like when you get older.
Meanwhile, Quarles says he hasn't had much time to think about his future yet.
Got to get really back to it all season, start training it and get ready for next season.
In Uniondale, Elizabeth Zumba reporting for LI News Tonight.
Well, it was a mixed day on Wall Street today. The Dow finished down, not so much as the past few days, down 37.25 points. NASDAQ was up almost 15 points, and the S&P was down about 1.33 points. NYIT's LI News Tonight continues after this.
Learn how to become a Suffolk County cop. A seminar on the process will be held at the Huntington Public Library on Wednesday, March 2nd at 7 p.m. For more information, call 631-427-5165. Take a class in defensive driving at the Suffolk YJCC in Comac on Sunday, March 6th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. For more information, call 631-462-9800, extension 129. It's a Great Day for the Irish is a performance of Irish music at Brentwood Public Library on Sunday, March 6th at 2 p.m. For more information, call 631-273-7883 or take the Polar Bear Plunge at the Theodore Roosevelt Park in Oyster Bay on Sunday, March 6th at 1 p.m. For more information, call 516-378-2000, extension 355. If you have an event you'd like included on the LI News Tonight community calendar, send it to linewstonight@nyit.edu.
Press play to start your future. Learn the industry. Use the technology. Become an expert in television reporting, journalism, radio, digital film, public relations and advertising, television production, digital graphics, a beautiful state-of-the-art campus, a road to the job you've always wanted, in the media capital of the world. Communication Arts at NYIT. When can you start?
Some of the top stories around the world today. Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi says Al-Qaeda chief Osama bin Laden is behind the uprising in Libya, and he says al-Qaeda followers are giving young Libyans hallucinogenic pills in their coffee to get them to revolt. Gaddafi said today al-Qaeda militants are exploiting teenagers, giving them hallucinogenic pills in their coffee with milk like Nescafe. Forces loyal to Gaddafi are striking back at protesters and rebels who are causing the regime to unravel. Gaddafi's son is denying that the government launched airstrikes against Libyan cities, and he claims reports of the number of protesters killed have been exaggerated. A lawyer for Julian Assange says he'll appeal today's ruling from a British judge who says Assange can be extradited to Sweden to face sex crimes charges. The judge rejected a claim by the founder of WikiLeaks that he won't get a fair trial in Sweden. Assange, who's been out on bail during the extradition fight, has 7 days now to appeal that ruling. And New Zealand's Prime Minister says there are grave fears that some of the 226 people missing in this week's earthquake may not have survived the quake that killed at least 98 people. Hopes of finding more survivors in the collapsed downtown towers of New Zealand's quake-shattered Christchurch faded today. Police say up to 120 bodies may still lie trapped in the tangled concrete and steel that was the Canterbury television building. And dozens of students from Japan, Thailand, China, and other Asian countries were believed buried when an English language school collapsed along with other offices. The damaged buildings in and around Christchurch number in the thousands. Well, it's probably one of the easiest ways to donate money to a good cause because you get something so tasty in return. It's Girl Scout cookie time again, as Jody Goldberg reports.
It's become one of the tastiest fundraising campaigns of them all. It's Girl Scout cookie time again. What is it about the Girl Scout cookies this time of year that makes you want to buy them?
Girl Scouts. That's the perfect answer.
This year, the Girl Scouts of Nassau County have been chosen as one of the 20 councils across the country to test a new Super 6 cookie selection. This includes the 5 favorites: Thin Mints, Samoas, Tagalongs, Do-si-dos, and Trefoils, along with the return of the Lemon Chalet Cream Cookie. The Girl Scouts of Nassau County say that through the years they've developed loyal supporters who live locally and love the cookies. With Girl Scout cookie sales underway, we asked people about their favorites and why they keep buying them. What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Samoas, because it has coconut and chocolate and caramel.
The mint ones.
My mom always, growing up, got the Thin Mints, and she'd get like 10 or 12 boxes and freeze them, and then she'd have them throughout the year.
Supporters can also donate money that will go towards Operation Cookie, where the Girl Scouts give the gift of caring by shipping cookies to troops overseas. Last year, they say 50,000 boxes were sent to Iraq, Afghanistan, and other ports where military hospitals are located. Last year, the Girl Scouts of Nassau County say they sold over 1 million cookies, and this year they say they want to sell even more. Jody Goldberg, LI News Tonight.
Well, skies started off sunny today, then the clouds moved in. The high was in the mid-40s. Tonight, rain is expected with a low around 40. Tomorrow, a mix of rain and wind, and a bit milder with a high in the low 50s. Saturday, partly cloudy with a high up near 40. Sunday, chance of a few showers with a high in the low 40s. And the outlook for Monday, chance of rain with a high around 50 degrees. And that's it for NYIT's LI News Tonight. I'm Ken Eckhart. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.